Here's a frequently asked question I get often. Bugsy, why are you making My Gaming Goddess? And why did you name it that? Well, the title itself is a joke on My Goddess. Not a really clever one, but it's the only thing I could have thought of at the moment. And I actually, it was a working title, but then I just said, fuck it, I love it too much. It needs to be with me. So that's how I thought about it. But I'd say the thing is, one of the main things is I wanted to expand the Bugsy verse. I wanted to expand it. I wanted to make it grow. I wanted to see it change. I wanted to see it move. I wanted to see it do so many things. You know? And I wanted to add another Bugsy that's not the typical kind of alternate Bugsy. He's the same as Prime in like most aspects, but in certain aspects, you could say that G is kind of in a way more realistic. Although Prime has his moments too, but you already know that if you watch some of my videos and any videos where he's really just talking to Sans about the amalgamates, where he really feels really truly honestly guilty to the point where you can kind of interpret it as depression. A lot of it, and when I write it, it's just depressing to write too. But anyways, not the point. you know. And I wanted to make him a kind of relatable person, even though he is like Prime and he does have all this power. But the thing is, the power that he can use and wield, which you're gonna see in a lot of the other episodes, does have a limit. But I'll explain that when we get to an actual episode, okay? Why a harem series though? Well, come on. Come on, don't tell me you hadn't thought of it either. Come on, you probably thought of something. You probably thought of like having, Noir, Blonde, Vert. Even have done to yourselves, and don't you ever call Blonde a bitch around freaking G. He will fucking chop your nuts off. I am not kidding. He will do that. And actually, I was playing around with that while doing, another in character video. But yeah, I want to keep that as a character trait, really, because I think that's kind of funny. Because it's kind of like how I feel about freaking Nintendo. Like, if you don't have an actual legitimate claim, I'm just like, motherfucker, I will knock you out. Like, if you don't have a legitimate complaint and you're just making up shit, a lot of these so-called gaming YouTubers do it a lot to be little stupid bitches. So I don't know. Expect to see probably a version of Black Blonde either get beat the fuck up, and another version of Broken Gamer getting the shit knocked out of him. Just a whole bunch of people. Just a whole bunch of people that just badmouth Nintendo or any of the other like consoles will probably be in this as some other character to get their asses beat. Because, I'm just like, what the fuck ever. I can make it funny, entertaining, and probably a little bit disturbing. But stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I wanted to make something that was a little bit different to the stuff I am making right now. I wanted to see how much I can do as an actual writer, because I always say, "Oh, I'm a good writer," but I wanted to give myself an honest to God challenge. You could say I'm sick like that, but thing is, I really feel like I could really just have a little bit of fun with this series, like with all my other fan series that I'm really taking my joy with. But I feel like Armageddon Ghost is like it's giving me a little bit more joy because with Sonic Freedom Fighters, I can't stray too far from what is the norm, and without making it too. And with Ramla, there's a certain way of doing things, and I'm trying to change it. But the thing about that is, it's a little bit harder to do. Well, it's not harder to do, but I gotta keep with that theme because I want to keep. Because the thing with Ranma One Half, I want to make you feel like Ranma never fucking left. Like it's still like even though the manga and the anime left, the world is still going on. It's still turning. It's still moving. But with online gaming Goddess, I can be about as loose with it as I can because of the other alternate dimensions. And yes, this is just and yes, I would say this online gaming Goddess is in another dimension from the main canon of the games, if that even exists, because there's so many freaking versions of Neptune and everybody in it, stuff like that. And I was kind of disappointed in the VR events because, there's a kind of point where you're almost about to romance one of the characters, and it kind of just peters off halfway through. And I just wondered to myself, what it would be like if the you that were in the you that was in the VR events actually just wanted to go visit them and be with them. Like, what would that be like? And not in a creepy like, oh, I want them. I want to feel their fresh bodies on me. Ooh. No, I wanted to do something where it was like, maybe our main character really does love them, and maybe there's a reason why he's really just drawn to all of them. Maybe there's maybe there's just a reason that he's always like wanting to help them, wanting to be with them, and all this other stuff. Those are the questions we're gonna ask in this series, and I want you all to know that even though we're gonna try to do it with text and various pictures, because I have to do it some way. I can't really animate with my Alienware because my Alienware is kind of, it's like I said, wear and tear over the years, folks. So I can't really do much. So I gotta make do with what I have. So basically, yeah. And I've been thinking about this little fan series I've been thinking about this little fan series a lot with newer ideas and funnier, a little bit of funnier jokes, even some self-deprecating jokes on my part as a writer. And trust me, when I self-deprecate myself pretty hard. Like I was even looking at this, I was like, oh shit, I didn't know I was that harsh about my own work. I usually like my own work. What the fuck? But yeah. And I'm gonna make a few pot shots to a certain, certain, a certain dude that made a creepy pasta story about a Sonic with red eyes. And I'm gonna do it for the Halloween one. And it's not gonna be the one. It's not gonna be what you expect. It's gonna be basically. It's gonna be basically like. It's like starts off where he's about to get Bugsy G. He's like, no, go away, Sonic.exe. We're having a good Halloween episode until you showed up. This is a happy place. Go. You're a creep. Get out of here. Go have some coffee with cream and sugar and something. This is a happy place. That's how the first part of the episode kind of goes. And yes, I saw that shit from Freakazoid. And I think it's gonna just be funny because freaking Sonic is just, he doesn't do the whole like, I'm God now, but he looks, he just goes, but I'm scary, right? No, you're not scary. You're just made of you're made out of some dude's fucking twisted, demented fantasy that probably had a thing for Sonic, and you're basically the twisted perversion of Sonic just because you are. Get the fuck out of here, you motherfucker! This is it's like this is freaking a Big Three Box Network show, not a creepypasta horror show. Get the fuck out of here. He's like, but I'm scared. Get the fuck out of here. Like that's the moment where I actually kind of break the fourth wall, and I thought about that joke a lot because it goes in my true feelings about Sonic .exe and how I feel like JC the Hyena is stupid as fuck and doesn't know how to really make characters that actually have weaknesses. Even Freddy, Jason, and fucking Chucky get killed or get stopped. Sonic.exe just keeps on fucking living. Because y'all motherfuckers don't understand. Horror movie monsters can be defeated. They're not just invincible motherfuckers. They can be destroyed. Even fucking Gozer got destroyed.
Yep, and it was a god.
Yeah.
A literal god.
Yeah, and that's
the
the point like I said, that's the point I'm trying to make with the people that love the EXE stuff. Your EXEs are not invincible. They can die, and if they're not, I'm not gonna put them. I'm not gonna put any other like things. But I just wanna just point out how stupid EXEs are in this Halloween special, and like the rest of it is gonna be like R4 actually kind of gets kind of
with people.
and R4 is gonna kind of get a little bit of an attraction towards G, and it's gonna be so funny. He's like, R4, I mean, I did save you from Sign.exe, but you don't have to thank me like that. I mean, I'm cool if you could just, I'm cool. I'll get some eggplant from you and buy, you don't have to do this. Does he kiss her though? I can't tell you. Let's just say you'll be surprised. You'll be very, very, very surprised. But yeah, and various episodes are gonna have lasting consequences for the next one or the next one after that. I don't want to make them too episodic because we get too many episodic shit. I mean, we have too much episodic shit. We have too much episodic shit nowadays, and I feel like I can make like a freaking actual story with Hyperdimension Neptunia. A story that probably won't take itself too seriously, but when it wants to be serious, it will. Something I feel like Teen Titans Go needs to learn. But they'll never do that because they're too busy. They're too busy. They're too busy just making all the old fans angry, and while the writers self-wank themselves. Yeah, and yeah, I said it. You could say Bugsy Jesus self-inserted myself, but I made him different and stiff, while the freaking actual writers inserted themselves into the thing, and they weren't really that. It wasn't really that funny or great. They were just kind of there. Like the thing is, Andrew Hussey, kind of made himself like a fucking god in Homestuck. Like whenever it was panned to him, he's like, "I'm the god of Homestuck," blah blah blah, because he kind of was, he kind of is, you know. But these guys are like, yeah, we're the writers and the creators of your show, yeah. More pomp and pizzazz. but the thing I would say the thing about I would say the thing about G is, like I said, I made him different to the point where he actually could, you know, even if you took the Bugsy out of his name, he could be his own character. But there are elements that make him like the main Bugsy in my videos. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are gonna be in it. But the second episode, I can only tell you because the first episode is establishing everything. The second episode is all going to be about Vert and Bugsy G, and the fact that and the fact that and the fact that they had a tea party just for two. You're probably wondering what's going to happen at that tea party, but I can't tell yet. It's just going to be pretty interesting. All I can tell you, all I can tell you. And granted, you can kind of consider, you can kind of say, like, I don't think the CBU's ever been on a date with anybody that isn't probably another CPU or one of their one of their one of their pals. And MG is like in a way a different kind of entity and a different kind of beast altogether. So there's gonna be some tea party awkwardness in that, but it's gonna be some great stuff. I will see you all. And back to the main question, why I wanted to do this. Well, with all the reasons I've listed, my other reason is like, why not? If I feel, if I want to do it, it's not really gonna hurt anything. It's in its own little continuity, and it's away from the main games. A lot of people ask me. A lot of people have asked me, well, like if Combine Heart or Idea Factory came to you and said that Bugsy G could be in an actual Neptunia game, and he was like one of the new characters, would you go for it? I mean, I would. Like, I would in a heartbeat, but I would like if he's gonna be in the story, I have to understand what the story is gonna be, how that would work. But in like the best case scenario is that I would want him to be just one of the one of the extra people in one of the nations, in the converse stuff where you just kind of listen to him talk and stuff, and he says he's from another dimension that's similar to this one. But that's pretty much it. But if he had an actual story in the game, he would still have his. I would say he would have his. He would have his old. He'd have his season. Like he'd have his season 1 attitude intact because we'd have to use season 1. We'd have to use season 1 Bugsy G because throughout the series he's gonna change a little. He's gonna change a little bit. But I'd use season 1 Bugsy G because the jokes that they could do would be a lot more funny and a little bit easy in a way. And some would actually be pretty complex. And what else? What else? Boo. Boo. Let me see. What else? What else? And yeah, like most of his attacks would probably just be references to my other stuff, and probably some of the references to Prime's attacks as well. Heck, I would have him have a move where he actually summons Prime, and it's just Bugsy Prime going like, "Dude, I was in the middle of a video. What the? Oh, okay." And it just cuts to him just attacking the enemy on screen, And he's like, dude, if you ever need me, call me again. And he just disappears. It's like, and she goes, that dude. I feel like that would be pretty cool, but I understand that that's never gonna happen. If it does, it will be a fucking miracle. Like I will drop to my knees and just be like, thank you, thank you, everybody thank you, everybody, Fate, oh, Fate, everything. Thank you for making the stars align for this. And you're probably wondering, like, what is one of the things that G is gonna do? What is G going to do? Well, he's gonna be the CP. He's gonna be he's gonna be Loey and Last Station and Lean Box and Plantoon's Night. Whenever he's around, he'll always be there to. Even though the CPUs can basically fight whatever thing comes their way, you can think of him more as just a really powerful fucking security guard. You know, when the CPUs are doing their own jobs, or Neptune will pile her work on the G, since now she has G to kind of do the stuff she can have G do the stuff that she doesn't want to do. It's like she's lucky I can't. She's lucky I care about her so much, or I'd just be like, fuck it, I'm done. So yeah, there's a lot of other things that are probably gonna go into G's character as the series goes on, but those are some good stuff. And the Christmas one's gonna be great. Because I was thinking that I'd find some voice actresses for that, and like I would have like I want to have Blonde or one of the other goddesses actually sing all I want all I really want for Christmas, just because it's cheesy and it would lend itself to the comedy. And trust me, the joke I'm gonna make with that is gonna be beautiful. But this is all just in the planning stages for now. I just want to let you in and make you see, like, I have a lot of ideas, and personally, I have loads of ideas. And thank you for asking me that question, because sometimes y'all need to. Sometimes it's good to ask questions, man. And I promise he's not gonna be a Gary Stew. He's not. Remember, the goddesses are kind of enamored with him because he's the player character. He's the one that always helps them out in every game because he's played every game. So they're all kind of enamored with them, and they all kind of had their own time with them in the VR event. So yeah, building off from that. So yeah, I shall see you all. Yeah, you're probably gonna see this. You're probably gonna see this early in the morning. But I shall see you all later. And also, remember, kids, join the cult of Nep today. Like, seriously, join Amino. join the join the Neptunia Amino. You won't regret it. Also, I'm there as Bugsy G and No Name if you want to add me.